ahead and get started. This will be recorded, so don't worry, you know, if you have people that you want to share this with, you can always share it with them. But today we are talking about this wonderful little formula, SolleFlexAC Cream. A lot of us have tried it. I'm really excited to hear some of the experiences. I'm sure that there are people on here that have had really good experiences with this. There are a lot of uses for it. We actually have a flyer that is it's 101 uses for the SolleFlexAC Cream. We can give that out and send that out to people if you're wanting them. But there's quite an interesting combination of ingredients in this formula. And we're going to go over a few of them. We are not going to be able to go over every single ingredient because it's a really cool recipe with a lot of powerful ingredients, but we're going to start with just a few of them. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we'll get started. So a few of these are listed here. There's the Arnica montana, I'm probably saying it wrong, calendula, aloe vera, witch hazel, olive leaf, MSM, and St. John's wort. Like I said, there's a few other things in here that are very nourishing and help with healing, but these are the key ingredients that we're going to be touching on most of these today. So a lot of us are familiar with arnica and some of these, but the ones we're highlighting are the fact that there's relief for pain and inflammation. There are antimicrobial properties and skin conditioning. So with that being said, we're going to start with arnica. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but we know that there's help with bruising and swelling. Okay, so the arnica in here is unlike most arnicas that we see. Most of the arnicas are homeopathic, where it's diluted. So this is actually arnica, the plant arnica that's in here, which also means that you would not ingest it. This is for topical use only. But being that it's in that form, it is excellent for protecting the body from oxidative damage. So when you have bruising, that damage is, you know, from trauma and whatnot, this helps prevent that. The arnica in here is extremely powerful, and I'll be sharing an experience that we had with this that was really quite amazing that we saw firsthand, but I'll be getting into that in a little bit. But this is wonderful. If you have a sudden injury, keep this in your car, or in your purse, or wherever you are, because you never know when you're going to need this. And when you get hit with something unexpected, that can cause real severe bruising, swelling, and injury, this is an excellent thing to have in your first aid kit. It's excellent to have in your go bags. This is a must-have in the house. We have multiple bottles of this, so it's wonderful for preventing that damage. Also, it's also been found that people with osteoarthritis have seen the same benefits as like ibuprofen. So you can use this as a pain reliever on the spot. So that achiness that some people will have from arthritis in the hands, this has been found in studies to have similar effects in that pain relief and mobility as like ibuprofen. Another one, again, this is the metabolite heleniline, and this is what the toxic portion of arnica is if you ingest it, which we do not ingest this ever. But that's what makes it a topical application, but it also helps with cancer cell death. It's anti-inflammatory and antibacterial. So this, while we might not drink this, it is got so many good properties to it to help with the healing in the body. So this is one of the metabolites in arnica. Also, there is calendula in this as well. This is the anti-inflammatory. This is also an anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, meaning it attacks the bacteria, viruses, and funguses. So if you have some type of a issue on your skin, and you don't know what it is, because many times we'll think it's a bacteria and it might be a fungus, or we think it's a fungus and it could be a virus. This deals with all three. It also stimulates your immune system. So this is going to help your body fight off those issues. And then there's angiogenesis and neogenesis. What that is it helps to create new pathways for our circulation. So when you have an injury, your body needs blood and nutrients to get to that area to help it to heal. Calendula actually helps create new pathways for your blood. So if there is an issue where you have like a varicose vein, there's blockages right there that are created. This will help to create new pathways to help the circulation in that area. So there is some really cool, powerful benefits with calendula. It also is great for the wound healing. That goes right back to that angiogenesis and neogenesis. When you're needing that healing, you need that circulation and blood flow. So this is excellent for that. It also helps with those fibroblasts. So it's going to help create activity in the immune system. It's going to help to, it says it's their nature's stitches. My goodness, my mouth, I can't talk right today. This is all stimulating the healing and immune system and all of those properties that we need to happen when our body is hit with trauma, like a physical trauma. It goes into the wound closure, the effectiveness of the wound closure. It said here that in one of the studies, they were 90% closed versus 51% closed on the 8th day in this particular study. So I've seen it firsthand, and I will go into that at the end of the presentation. But this is no joke. It is wonderful for wound closure. That being said, I know I said we don't ingest it. I have, however, put it on a wound, like a wound where you could see the meat in the leg, and it was fantastic. So, but yes, we don't drink it, eat it, and all that good stuff. Also, it's wonderful for healing burns. So it's going to help with that defense mechanism in our body to help to heal and recover from burns. In the kitchen, you want to keep this all the time. We've used it multiple times. I'm a messy cook, so I get burned a lot. This is my go-to. Also, aloe vera, which we all are familiar with it for burns, sunburns, other burns. People use it quite a bit. It also helps with creating the pathways for circulation. And then it also mentioned in the study that it was used for leg ulcers. So, I mean, there's just so many uses for these, the formula and the ingredients in this formula. Also, witch hazel, a lot of us are familiar with. It's an astringent, it is an antioxidant, and helps with swelling. So we're seeing with these a lot of the same theme running through it, which as we're going through our experiences at the end, for those of you who want to share, you're going to hear a lot of these kinds of stories with people that have used it, of things that they've been able to use in a practical sense in their home. So also olive leaf. This is one of my favorite things to use. I use olive leaf not only in this form, but in other forms as well, in like a capsule form. It is a wonderful herb for bacterial infections. It's a wonderful anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer activities, like it says here, antimicrobial activity, antiviral, cardioprotective. There are so many benefits of olive leaf, and it's in here. You don't usually see that in a formula like this, but olive leaf is a wonderful, powerful herb to be having in here. So you're going to be fighting a lot of infection, and like I said, we'll be going into that here pretty soon. St. John's wort is also another one that's very unusual to see in a healing cream like this, but it's also wonderful for inflammation. It's great for herpes, psoriasis, and atopic dermatitis. So some really interesting things can be helped using this. So another win for our SolleFlex. It's wonderful. It's also an antioxidant. I mentioned anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antimicrobial, stimulates growth of skin cells. So if you have a wound on your skin, you're not only getting the help from some of the other herbs in here, but the St. John's wort also helps with that wound healing. So we're able to close up the wounds. We're able to protect the body from bacterias and fungus and viruses. This is a wonderful combination to have. And then also it's wonderful for burns as well. So, and these are some published studies that are referenced here on these slides. So if you need these slides for your reference, I can gladly share the slideshow with you. So you're seeing that there's proven health benefits from these formulas and the herbs in these formulas. Oh, and I'm going to stop the share on that note. So I'm going to share a little something about this, and then I'd love to hear from some of you on uses that you've had. This is right after it came out, and I was quite unfamiliar with how amazing this was. I knew it was great, but I wasn't sure how extensively you could really use this. So we were out of town. I kept this with us in our car, and we were with family, and our youngest got bit by a dog. And this dog ran up and took a chunk out of his leg, and it was pretty gnarly. The meat, you could see the meat in there. It was a really deep bite and extremely painful, and it was awful. And mind you, we were in the middle of nowhere. They live on a farm, and you don't quite know what to do in the moment. You know, it wasn't quite severe enough to be like an emergency situation where he had to be rushed to a hospital, but we were trying to figure out how to navigate this. Well, I get him back to where we're staying, and I put this on it just to get started with something. When we left the farm, the center of the area, there were 3 puncture wounds. The center was black, and then there were the 3 wounds. Within 10 minutes of this, it was gone. The black was completely gone. The bruising had completely dissipated. He was running around playing and not in any pain. Now, when this happened, he wouldn't walk. He was in pain. He's crying. It was awful. And I kid you not, it was 10 minutes, and it was totally, the bruising dissipated. He was happy as can be. We were able to clean it. And then when we went back home, we went to our doctor. But by that time, we had been using this consistently, and it was already healing up. And the doctor, they checked it out. There was no infection. Now, this is a dog bite. You can have some real issues with infection and whatnot. But by the time we went to the doctor, and it was a few days before we were able to go to the doctor we were trying to go to, he had no infection. It was healing beautifully. The wound closed beautifully, and he was fine. So this was a very scary, it was scary because I was kind of risking, you know, I was taking a risk. I felt like using it because I wasn't sure how well it worked. And our whole family became such a huge believer in it after that experience, because to see a little kid who has no understanding of what we're putting on there, he's just trusting us to take care of him, to feel so much better so fast, and the visual signs of injury, aside from the puncture wounds, were gone very quickly. And then those wounds closed up beautifully. You can barely see the scars. And it was extremely powerful. So this, I saw the wound healing. I saw the antimicrobial properties. I saw the pain relief. I saw that protection from the oxidative damage firsthand, and this stuff is incredible. So with that being said, I'd love to open it up. If anyone has any experiences or questions, I'd love to hear from you guys. If you want to put up your electronic hands.
I could share something.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Basically, everyone needs to have at least 1 bottle of this. I mean, I know women who use it for a moisturizing cream. My daughter got bit by a bee, and so I ran over to where she was and mixed it with Amatox and put it on her to draw out the toxins and help with the sting, and she was fine within 5 minutes. I actually had skin tags by my eyes, And I didn't think it would really do anything, but that's what I had. So I was applying it every night. And within about, I would say it was probably a week, maybe 2 weeks tops, my skin tag was completely gone by my eye. And that was just from that one, just from that cream. So, I mean, it's amazing for pain. It's amazing for bites. It's amazing for burns. I mean, you name it. It is, I mean, I have it for my, I bought a bunch of bottles so I could put one in my to-go bag. I have it in my purse. I have it in by my bedside table. I mean, everybody should at least have one tube of this, and it's cheap. I think it's like $19.95 or something. I don't know if the price went up, maybe $20. I don't know, but it's around that. So it's good stuff.
Yes, thank you. And then Tammy, I think you had something to share too.
Hello. Okay, so not so long ago, I mean, I have a trillion things to say about this, but not so long ago, I fell down the stairs twice. I was at my in-laws and they have this circular staircase, and somehow I missed the bottom stair 2 days in a row. Well, the first day that I did it, all of my weight landed on my feet, turned like this. And so I couldn't tell if it was going to be broken. I knew I could not walk on it. I slathered it, and I use some of our essential oils with it because I love it as a carrier with the essential oils. But I slathered it in, I think, Balance and the AC cream. And then in the middle of the night, I woke up and even the covers were hurting my foot so bad. And the next morning I woke up and my whole top of my foot was black and blue, but I kept it on all day long. And do you know, by the next day, the bruising was gone. Like, it was black and blue. And the next day it was slightly, maybe a little reddish color, but by day 2, gone completely. And I could walk on my foot. The middle toe, probably no telling what happened to that middle toe. I probably should have gone to the doctor, but you know, it still kind of hurt for a little bit. And this was only like a month and a half ago, but it was better so fast that, to me, I was amazed. I'm so excited. And just to see the bruising gone and the pain gone, where the covers could not touch my foot the night before. So I don't know. I could go on and on about this stuff.
Wow. That sounds awful. That is so painful.
Then I did it a second time. Who does that?
That's terrible. Well, once you injure your foot once, it's easy to do it again. I know I've kind of got a trick ankle. My right ankle, I tend to roll it. And so I use this a lot, but I haven't actually rolled it in quite a while, which is a victory. But this is a go-to. I mean, this is something you can use for just about anything. You can use it for acne. You can use it, of course, for sunburns. It gives wonderful relief for sunburns. So is there anyone else? I think I see a hand. Whose hand is that? Rosa. Yes.
Hello, everyone. So that's very interesting about removing tags. Does it remove like cancerous moles? And how often can you use it? Like, my son has, I don't really know exactly what it is. I thought it was like ringworm, and I tried everything. Nothing has taken it away. He still has it. It's just like traveling from like one place to another. But I still put a cream on that has tea tree and lavender, and that's kind of keeping it calm. I'm hoping to use this one and hopefully help him heal. But how often can I put it on him?
Well, with the cancerous moles, I would obviously go to a doctor to get that checked out, but there really isn't any rule on how often you can put this on. So if you're, while you're waiting to go see a doctor, or, however you deal with the treatments, this will certainly only help your body be able to fight against it. And even through the healing process, when you do the removal and whatnot, This will be excellent for afterwards, for the aftercare. We used this also for the aftercare when my son had surgery, when I've had surgery. I use this on the wounds to help. I had a hysterectomy and I've had a few surgeries in the last 5 years that I had. I used this and it was wonderful for the healing. As for your son's skin issue, this is a wonderful carrier, like what Tammy was just saying. You can put the tea tree oil in there. Balance oil is excellent in this. It's got the antimicrobial properties also. So adding those to this and putting that on your son's skin would be excellent. And there really is no rule on how frequently you can put this on. It's really as often as you can remember to do it. That's been my experience. Does anyone else have any input on that?
I think that's a good idea. I think that AC cream is the best thing you can put on him, and put balance oil in there with it. I mean, I would probably do it 4 or 5 times a day until it gets under control.
Well, and I thought it was
What is the balance? I'm sorry. What is the balance? What oils does it have?
I don't have it in front of me.
I can send it to you. I've got it right here, and I can shoot it right over to you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, because there's the 4 blends that we have that Soul has made, and Balance is it's the Balance category, the green category. And that one seems to be really great for people that have like warts and fungus and any kind of like a virus. And I mean, all of the formula or all of the oils have those properties in them, but the Balance seems to be, from my experience, the strongest one in that regard. And then putting that in this, oh, it's just a wonderful, wonderful combination. Does anyone else have any other?
I just wanted to say,
yeah.
You said something about that one of the, was it calendula that is cancer fighting?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, using that along with whatever the doctor prescribes cannot do anything but help when it comes to getting rid of skin cancer.
Yes, yes, yes. And then Estella, did you have something you wanted to share?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I've been using it as a carrier with the Balance and the Omega, putting the Omega, the gel liquid in there. I saw one of the videos to do that, the 3 combination for moisturizing your skin as a moisturizer. And it has, I love it because it's not too oily for me. And yeah, it works really good.
That's awesome. See, you can use it for all sorts of things, even just to be more beautiful.
What was the combination again?
It was the Omega, Balance, and the AC Cream. I think that was one of Lydia's videos that I had seen.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Lisa.
Okay, so I use this religiously. You know how the movie My Big Fat Greek Wedding with a Windex? That's literally how I use this. And we have it in every room. I use it as a moisturizer too. The only thing I use, my mom has neck pain. I give it to her. My dad has something on his back. Give it to him. It's like, we love this. I cannot be without it. It does so much. So I highly recommend this to anyone. And it's weird. It's instant relief. I had a friend who sprained his ankle and he tried everything. Nothing was helping. And I said, well, just try this, see what happens. And he did. And it was like, wow. He's like, I need to order. And then I had a neighbor who had, oh my goodness. No, what's that? When you have the nerve pain, the shingles. Yeah. Shingles, really, really bad. And she had prescribed medication, nothing helped. And we even my sister gave her other oils and it didn't really help. And I said, just try this. And she's like, it worked. So I swear by this. It really is amazing.
Wow. And shingles pain can be rough.
Yes. Yes. Very. Yes.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah. This is our Windex. We put it on everything. I love that movie. Okay. Does anyone else have, oh, I see another hand. Let's see. Gwen. Yes.
Hi, sorry I'm in a dark room today. The other thing I wanted to add is, and I think it was Lydia that first said this out loud, is that it can also be used as a personal lubricant. So it has various needs, it meets various needs, I should say.
Yes, and people will use, people will try anything for, wounds. You go to the store and you've got, Bengay for the muscle pain and all these different things that will kind of numb and stimulate circulation and whatnot. Lubrication. There's so many different alternatives out there. This is such a healthy alternative for all of those. So this is helping the circulation. This is helping the wound healing. This is nourishing to the skin. There's so many benefits to this and so many uses. So thank you, Gwen, for sharing that. And then Ray and Carrie, did you have something to say?
Yeah, so I had bought it a couple weeks ago, and I hadn't even used it myself. And my daughter-in-law had come over, and she had that day she had fallen. She was walking her dog, and the dog started running, and she tripped and took a good little tumble. So half of her body was very bruised. And so I had her put that on. So within about 15, 20 minutes, she completely forgot, because she had come in complaining and whining that it was hurting her. Then it was gone.
Wow.
She didn't say anything more.
Wow, that's awesome. My goodness, that's great. That's really great. Okay, Rachel.
Well, these experiences are amazing. And that's why we love doing this product fashion, because one product does so many things. And then you just are like, okay, I need that now. I need that. But we do need our arsenal. We do. So anyways, I loved all of these. And so I just wanted to probably end it with Letty. I had asked Letty to share some of her soul story, because we'd done a Zoom meeting and she expressed some things about what soul had done for her. Are you okay with that today, Letty? Okay. And so I asked her if she would come on today and if she would share it with all of us, because it just goes to show another powerful testimony of what the Soul Naturals combinations are doing for people. So if Letty, you could end us and with this, and then we'll do don't leave, guys, because we are going to do our wheel of fun, and we're going to give away a bottle of SolleFlexAC Cream. So Letty, you have the floor.
Hi. Like Rachel was saying, I've been through a lot. I've been in 2 major accidents. I've also been where I've done a split and it dislocated my hip, and nothing worked. I was supposed to get surgery for that, and it never happened because my insurance ran out. So I battled with that one incident and this was like my daughter was a month old. And I battled with that till currently. And that finally, I went to a pool and did some exercise and something snapped my hip back on, but it developed bad arthritis around it. So, and then after that, I was working and I got hurt. I was telling the girls that I had a metal rod go through my right knee, tore the ACL and meniscus, fractured one of my ribs in my back, half an inch before it severed my vertebrae. So I was very fortunate, thanks to Jehovah. And then on the day I got out from I was working and I had gotten hurt from one of my knees, which was also my left knee, which was tore my ACL and meniscus with a bed crank. A person did that. And then I've been through so much, guys. I'm trying to remember everything. And then after that day that I got out from the one from work, the therapy from there, I got into a major accident, the one I'm talking about, where the metal rod goes into my right knee and takes out. Now I'm unstable on both my legs. So I ended up in through the whole time I'm in and out of the wheelchair. So I don't even remember after my daughter was born, me not having a wheelchair, but I was in so much pain. It was excruciating. It was hard for me to get out. Battled with major depression, because not being able to carry your 1-month-old daughter, not being able to take care of her, depending on other friends in the congregation to help you out. Then I had sisters take me showers. Teenagers rotating around the clock from school so they can come take care of my kids. It's been real hard, but recently, about 3-4 years ago, we got in another accident which busted 2 of my herniated discs on my lower back, and 2 on my neck. So now I can't turn my neck that way. So my driver's license was cut right in front of me at the DMV. Yeah, so I can't drive anymore. So then with that, and throughout the some time back, Lisa was coming up to me and telling me that these products are wonderful. You need to try them. And I'm saying, Lisa, I've tried everything. Nothing works. I'm so frustrated. I'm tired. I even got to the point, but Lisa doesn't know this, but I even got to the point where I didn't want to hear it anymore, you know, because I knew that it was going to be another letdown. But she kept being persistent and being very herself. and she wouldn't stop telling me about these products. Well, the more she told me, like anything else, it rises your curiosity, and you think, you know, what's worth one more thing? What's worth a try? You know. And I was given shots on my knees to help me walk. It did help me for like 2 weeks, and then I was back in the wheelchair. So when Lisa gave me these products, she told me, get some, and then he goes, I'm gonna have you give you some samples and things like that. And I was like, she gave them to me, and I was like, wait a minute, this is working too fast. I mean, almost instantly I felt relief. And I told my husband, can you believe, do you think it was in my head? And he goes, well, it's probably in your head, he told me. I said, you know, I think you're right. He goes, I think I'm getting too caught up in the moment to where I'm like thinking, I can't believe it's actually working. It's working, you know. He goes, no, it's got to be in your head, babe. It's got to be in your head. I was like, you're right. You're right. So then I left them there for a couple of days, but then I kept looking at them like, I want to try it again. I want to see if it's true. Because that day, 2 days later, I was feeling really, really bad. And I remember texting Lisa. He goes, well, Lisa tells me, well, are you taking the products? I said, well, they worked the first time, but I don't know if it was in my head. So I got them again and again like that. And then I was like, that can't be right. So recently I did it again. I've already been on them for what, Lisa? Like, I can't even remember, maybe like 2-3 months now. Is that right?
Yes, I think about 2-3 months. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, so I went and took them again. I left them again, just to think, okay, this is not right, you know? So me still not believing. So I called her and I said, Lisa, I'm in so much pain. He goes, have you taken them? I said, no, because, you know, and she goes, well, take this and this for this long. And I was like, okay, so I'll do that. So I took them again, gone. And you're talking about, these are pains that when it hits you, these pains shoot up to my neck, down my arms, down to my legs. You know, and they're like sharp, what you call sharp pains. Those that, and my kids know, if they were here, they'll tell you, I have many nights where I screamed. And now it's like, I tell Lisa, they've become my new best friend, sorry. But I love the products. And I will not say I love something unless I really know they work. I will not recommend that to anybody. I've already called my mom, my sister, my aunts, and some and I'm also showering on my own sometimes. Most of the time I'm showering on my own. They do keep a guard on me just in case I do fall and slip because I'm still unstable because the ACL is gone. I do take a shower on my own sometimes, and then I do also walk around the house. I no longer use my wheelchair. I haven't gotten to the point where I can go to the store and do that because, of course, the ACL and the meniscus are both gone on both my legs, so I'm wobbly on that. So I have to still use the wheelchair. But as far as pain, girls, I love these products. I really do. They become, I told my husband, I'm not going to have them in the house without, because I went about, 1 week or 2 weeks without them, and I was dying without them. I told my husband, I don't care how much you have to pay, go get them. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Wow, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that, Letty. Wow, I'm so glad you got to get on here and share that. That's so wonderful. Wow, I'm like blown away. That's a powerful story, and I think you're going to be able to help a lot of people sharing that because it gives hope. you know, a lot of people are suffering in big ways
Yes.
and they don't know what to do. And that's just beautiful. Just so beautiful.
And another thing I was going to say, I remember you said you couldn't sleep, remember, for days
Oh,
at all. I mean, it was bad. And I said, how are you functioning?
I
Yeah.
went to 5 to 6 days without sleeping, and he's knocked me out.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
And it helped.
it really does.
Yeah.
And good job, Lisa. You like
Yeah.
are on her. Good girl.
Yes, I'm like, girl, you better not miss. You got to keep on it. You can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. That was beautiful. And you know, it's
Mhm.
funny because a lot of times we think that it is in our head. And I mean, if it's in my head, then great. Give me more anyways. But I get that where it's like you almost don't want to be let down again. You try so many things for so many years and only to be defeated again. And so using these formulas is so powerful, and it's using what is here on the earth. This is stuff that was put here for us. And so to be able to find the right recipes to get these kinds of results is so awesome. But wow.
I'm gonna say this. I wish I would have known about this AC cream before when I was involved in this accident, because I was telling the girls that I was black and blue all over, and even my buddies here were black and blue. I was even throwing out blood from, well, you know what part it was, but anyway, and it was real hard, and I couldn't. I just wish that doctors would give me something to soothe the pain. Nothing worked. Everything was solid right here from all the buildup from the blood and stuff. But I've come to realize that the natural stuff, I never believed in some of this stuff, you know what I mean? Because I always wanted a quick fix. And I would pray to Jehovah for a quick fix because that's how much pain I was under. But this stuff here really, really works. I mean, if any of y'all need for me to tell y'all anything, for y'all people, the one that y'all want to talk to, go ahead. I will be there for you, because I'm in like awe with these. And one of the things I was telling them girls right last night is the reason I have the mic in front of me is because in one of my accidents, it did knock one of my teeth out, the airbags. And I had a flipper, but it broke recently, so I got to get it fixed. But I'm afraid to go get it because of COVID. But thank y'all.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you, Lisa.
much. Wow.
Thank you, my sweetie.
Yeah, what a great way to end the day or end our morning or afternoon, depending on where you're at. But thank you so much for everybody that shared. That's so wonderful. And I think we're going to go ahead and do our spin so we can win. Go ahead.
Oh.
Charity! Hey. Okay, I know where you live, girl. I'll get it out to you. That's awesome. Okay, you guys.
I wanted to share something real quick while we end. Thank you to everybody who shared, and Lefty, thank you so much. I know it's hard to share, you know, what you go through, but it's so inspirational. So thank you. And thank you to everyone who shared today. I just wanted to let everyone know that today at 6 p.m., once a month, Soul Naturals does a virtual happy hour. And tonight they're having it, and it is at, let's see here, 6 p.m. Mountain Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it's going to be presented by a nurse practitioner and soul specialist. And she'll be teaching us about cleansing emotionally and physically, how to cleanse. Okay, and that's going to be on Soul Naturals YouTube channel. Okay, so tonight, 5 p.m. virtual happy hour, and that's what it's going to be on. And you just go on to their YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe to Soul Naturals YouTube channel, and then you can catch it live. And they usually do record, so if you're not able to, you can catch that. But I just wanted to let everybody know that.
And then here's a little graphic if you want a screenshot. I know the dates for the Inside Soul and Virtual Happy Hour are are outdated. But this gives you kind of a list of some of the tools that we have available. And for those of you who are doing the business or thinking of doing the business, we have that Fridays. The Soul Trainings is Fridays at 2:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But we're going to keep these going. We know that it's really helping a lot of people, and these are tools that we want to make sure to always have on hand for everyone, because the more people we can help, the better. So hold on to these, this graphic, and if you ever need links or anything, feel free to reach out to us and we'll be glad to send those out to you. So Katie, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was wondering where I could find the link to this meeting so I can send it to a couple friends.
Okay, so we can send it to you.
For the one right now or tonight?
For right now, like the recording of this specific one for the cream.
Okay, I've got to put it on YouTube, so it usually takes me a few hours to get it trimmed and put on there. What I'll do is I'll send it out to all of the leaders, and then if you want to
Send it to me, Becca, and I'll get it.
Okay.
To Katie.
Yeah, I was just trying to figure out who should kick it out to
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
I absolutely want it because I've got a couple people that want it.
Okay.
Me
yeah,
too.
I'll get it put on there, and I'll send it out to all of the ones all the contacts I have, and then I'm sure that they'll be sending it out to the ones they have.
If you subscribe to the Heart and Soul channel on YouTube, all these trainings will be posted there. So you can always go there and share them with people. Okay.
Cool, thank you.
So, well.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much again. This was such a great meeting and so wonderful to hear from all of you. And thank you so much for your attendance and participation and sharing and just bringing your hearts here today. So thank you so much, you guys.
And invite. This is one for everybody. Everybody can benefit from it. So.
Yep. And they could win.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you,
bye,
girls.
guys.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Have a good
Bye.
day.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a good
Bye.
day.
Bye.